Uh, what? Hold on.
Oh boy. Commander, I think we'd better see what's going on.
All right. So my main quest dialogue was just replaying, and then I got a bunch of battle royale stuff, and then now I just have 250 tickets. Like, okay, dude, they're still trying to tell me something. Like, epic. No, I don't need friends. I'm perfectly fine the way I am. Remind me later. All right. So it has been a while. I know I released a video like just recently, but that video was recorded on the same day as a different one. Those were not recorded on. Those were not like two separate recordings within like a 1 or 2 week span. Those were the same day. I had a lot of PC issues and other things going on, which made it kind of very difficult to set aside some time to record a video. Okay, pirate llamas. What is this? One spring llama or lunar llama? All right, I will take that. Oh, legendary. But it's a dragonfire. I don't think I have enough experience to really say anything about that weapon. And now we have Smokey Eye. Complete a repair the shelter in a 34 plus zone. And repair the shelter is a mission that we've done at least once in Plankerton, I believe, because it doesn't happen at all in Stonewood. I mean, those are pretty good perks for the Dragonfire, but I think the Dragonfire would just always come with these perks. I have no idea. Bro, I can't even afford to max that out. Oh well, I mean, that's a little bit better. Alright, repair the shelter. I didn't look at the map to see if there was even a repair the shelter mission. There is, and this one has healing death burst, which will be annoying. As well as it's an ice storm and acid pools. However, I also have the 34 plus zone 4 player one. That would be significantly harder, but would gain better rewards. No, considering I want to play solo, I don't really want a mini boss. And this one won't have a mini boss, so I can just suck it up with the other modifiers. And once again, I'm using my constructor loadout. It's not a good loadout, but it's built entirely on what I have available to me, which, like I said, usually is not enough and not that much. I guess we will see about that. Oh. Yeah, so it's actually marked on the map, and it's over there. We've done, Repair the Shelter earlier on, like I said, so it shouldn't be that difficult. I just don't particularly like Repair the Shelter missions because they, especially when you're playing them solo, they can kind of drag on for way too long. And I specifically just have bad luck with finding the modules. I'm not going to be doing any funny business, so I'm just going to be building around the shelter in the most kind of basic way possible, which is just building a big box around it. I don't like having this platform up here unless there's... Never mind, there's no way for enemies to actually get up there. So we've basically just built a big box around this. You kind of, in my experience, only really need to level up like a few of the walls. In fact, I'd probably argue I shouldn't have leveled this one up because I probably don't need it. I'm not going to level up that one. And maybe the roof is worth leveling up as well because loppers and flingers will potentially attack from above. But traditionally, as a constructor, you can just not activate Adrenaline Rush and just place your base right here in the middle with a pyramid on top. just finding out that I have anti-airs right now, like that I can craft. And I'm gonna recycle these better ones to use mine. Gonna slap a couple anti-airs, leaving some space for defender posts if I decide that's something I need later on, which I don't know yet, but I might want to use that because sniper defenders and defenders in general are still super useful as a solo player, and I've used them before in the series because I never said I can't use defenders. That was never part of the goal with the series. It was just not playing publicly, except for the one mission where I broke that rule, which I'm pretending didn't happen. Okay, now you don't actually need blue glow to start this mission. Just need to head over to the mission control console here. I'm not increasing difficulty because I don't really care.
This shelter has been damaged pretty severely.
I think I'd rather just get through the mission than increase the difficulty and then struggle more.
Support modules have all been stolen. These modules inflate and shield the shelter. The modules have to be around here somewhere. Search the zone and return the missing parts.
So now we're off to find the modules. I normally like to take this time to prepare first because the shelter, there's a timer where the shelter can get attacked, like, even while you're trying to find the modules. I didn't bother really explaining anything about how I'm using traps because I feel like I do that enough that it's kind of self-explanatory by now. Oh, get dodged. Maybe I should stop trying to no-scope him.
I've marked his location already.
There.
Speedbot only has a limited amount of energy. If you don't activate its scanner, it will have to return to recharge.
I'll take that. Alright, so basically, now it's a matter of exploring the map. That's why it's like there's no point of exploring the map in this mission, repair the shelter, like, early on, because you inevitably have to kind of walk every inch of the map anyways to find the C-bots, to find the modules, all that stuff. So for these C-bots, we're just going to build a box around them like this. I'm not going to bother trapping. You can if you want to. It might be useful to, you know, slap a couple wall traps around just to, like, just to further keep enemies away. I should probably get a melee weapon real quick because I'm gonna want one. Now we basically just have to defend our little build around the C-bot, and then he will help us find some modules. Okay, so we've seen modules, and now we can see on our minimap a couple of modules have appeared. Oh, cool. We've got two here.
The construction bot has been reactivated. The module will now be installed.
Let's just go grab this one. Maybe there's something near it. Or maybe there isn't. Storm chest. That's kind of cool. I'm not doing that because I'm lazy. And there's a new sniper. I have no opinion of that weapon. There's a lot of weapons in this game where I can say that because I really just don't. I don't know, man. Like, I like using different weapons, but there's a lot of weapons where even I haven't really used them enough to really say, like, whether it's good or whether it's bad. And while that's probably fine, I would love to actually take some time to really look into a lot of these other like weird kind of obscure weapons that nobody else is really using. And there's probably a lot of content that I'll make like way later on. My priority right now is first and foremost just this series of replaying Save the World. And then I will think about everything else that I'm doing afterwards because I already lost my document of like all my other ideas.
Quiet, please. I am seeing. I am seeing. There's so many of you.
Okay, dinosaur. I'm probably gonna have to end up cutting a lot of the mission time out of here, as usual. But like, I know that I'm gonna struggle to find the modules, and I'm just gonna end up running all the C bots until I'm done. Which is not how I like to do things, but it is unfortunately like what you have to do when you can't find them very easily.
The parts are now marked on your map.
Alright, well we have 2 more marked on the map, and since when was there one right there? I went through here like 3 times. Oh, wait, hold on. It literally just marked these, didn't it? The other one's right here. Wow. Thanks. I think I could have found those.
New module installation has begun.
Oh, hold on. I nearly missed this one. I was just quietly hoverboard riding, and then I didn't even see this one. There still appears to be one over there as well.
Installation of parts will pause.
Hold on, we're at 7 of 8. This might be the fastest I've ever done one of these. I don't remember if I said that last episode, but I guarantee I didn't because that was a long recording. Oh, well, it appears they're attacking the shelter, and I should be over there right now. Oh no, they're hitting from beneath it. Damn it. I expected that, to be honest.
New module installation has begun.
Do that, and it appears they're mostly coming from over this way.
Tomato mad. This next raid is gonna be tougher.
We have about 4 minutes and 40 seconds to repair. And ideally, I would love enemies to not go this way. I'll just put that there. When I was editing the previous episode, I just realized they're not even coming from that way. When I was editing the previous episode, I saw that we had chrome husks. Yeah, well, chrome husks aren't even around anymore. So it's like that if that puts in perspective how long ago that was recorded by now. Okay, you need to go now. Truthfully, I don't know why I used lower level ceiling electric fields. I just felt like being cheap and using tier 1 resources again. Considering they keep targeting this wall, which I'm not even sure why they're doing that. I'm wondering if I can do anything about that. Doesn't seem like I can. This seems to be the only spot they're attacking, which pretty much does play into my advantage because the enemies aren't really going anywhere but right here. I was gonna say, so long as that doesn't happen. Oh, I just realized that shield's gonna protect them. Oh well, plan B. I would get around him with the sword, kill him, get back on the turret. You know, I should really just... I should have actually thought about that a little more. But to be honest, at this point, it's not really worth adding anything to it. That is the Save the World experience right there. Just melee hitting Husks and like not actually hurting them. Alright, well, I mean, mission successful, no problem, and that was our main quest as well. Just literally completing the mission. I'm surprised how quickly I got all those modules because, as I said, usually that's a big part of why I don't like this mission because I can struggle so much trying to find them. And I guess it just didn't happen this time. I don't know if that was a weird stroke of luck or if I just suddenly became really good at finding modules. Either way, I hope I don't have to play another Repair the Shelter mission, but I know I'm not going to get that lucky. Level 4 loot with 80,000 XP for Repair the Shelter. Oh, but 13k Survivor XP, which is good considering how much I don't have. More XP and gold. X-ray tickets. Don't even know why. There must have been some other like side quest thing. Main quest, Smokey Eye is done. If Ray had dialogue there, like one line, I have missed that. I thought she might have said something, but I wasn't looking. And the mission alert rewards, which contains 60 reperk and 130 frost up.
I've been running some updated simulations of our siege on Plank Harbor, and the expected casualty rate is so high that we'd all have to die at least twice. Which seems excessive, honestly. Boosting our storm shields should swing things in our favor.
You know, I have to agree, if everyone at home base has to die twice, that is a little bit, at least a little bit excessive, you know? And it's like, it's not ideal because, like, I don't really want to die. And I mean, I don't want to die twice either. But anyways, like, we're at Plankerton Storm Shield Defense 5 for the next episode. So, Now counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 missions until the end of Plankerton, with the final Onwards to Canny Valley quest. We are I gotta say, at least halfway done by now, right? Because the target endpoint of the series for me, actually, I wouldn't say halfway done now that I remember how long Canny Valley is. The target endpoint for me is actually time to blast off a Canny Valley, or at least with the first Twine Peak Storm Shield. It depends on which one I actually prefer doing. But that's my targeted endpoint for the series, and then from that point I'll probably continue making content from my main account again, or continue making content from this account as, you know, collecting and doing all the things that I miss out on intentionally. Because, you know, you get heroes like this where it's like I'm not buying them on this account, but that's because I know way later when I'm way higher level, when I have way more gold, I can pick them up later. On the other hand, based on what is in the shop, let's see. Nothing I actually want. Legendary Survivor, never mind. Autofill has updated my squads, which makes me hope that the new Legendary Survivor is somewhere in the squads, but I guess we'll see if we go to the right category. Yeah, he's now in the squads. And nothing that is leveled up is no longer in the squads either, which is a good thing. I'm gonna finish leveling up this, or at least do as much as I can. Which, oh no, it is finished leveled up. We're still at 31, and quite a bit of a way to go until 32. But we're kind of slowly getting caught up more on where I should be at my level. Realistically, I think what I need to focus on is Survivor XP and evolution materials to get a lot of my current survivors in my squads to at least 2-star and fully leveled, because a lot of them are 1-star or 1-star not fully leveled, or 2-star not fully leveled. And then rarity is also another very important factor with the survivor squads. Research, we have a lot now, and I'm thinking we match these. We have 43 across all 4. And then, considering that we have Storm Shield 5 next, I want to say that Tech would be a good investment, because that's increasing ability, trap damage, and healing rate. I did offense without thinking.